Um, how are you? This is gonna be me bitching and complaining, so if you guys wanna get out, go for it. I would not take offense. But then again, you probably already know that. So for starters, I just wanna kind of put it out there that I'm one of those people who doesn't know what they want in life, or rather doesn't have like a definite end, but then again, no one really does. But that being said, I don't really know what I want, or know what I want to do, as well as don't know what I want. But I know that I don't want to be here. I know where I want to be, and it's not here. Here being my location, not being my house, but, more geographical location. That being said, there's factors in my life currently that are stopping me, or at least preventing me from reaching this supposed attained goal at a quicker rate than I would like. That's not what makes me mad. What makes me mad is that I know that I can't bypass this. Or I can, but the consequences and obstacles along the way are just not worth it. I don't believe they are. So now to get into more detail. Now I know a lot of you out there are older, younger, probably understand what I'm saying, probably don't. I know the variety of people out there is just vast, more than I could even fathom. Personally, in my situation, I'm 21. I took a lot of time off school. Took a lot of time from a lot of things, but primarily school. In fact, last time I was in school was I was 17. So it's been quite a long time. That being said, being back does feel a little weird. Granted, being in the Floridian schooling system, if I could even call it that, feels a little weird. But nothing has really changed, which is kind of sad, considering a good time has gone by and uh, people are still stupid. I mean, I hate to put it so bluntly. I mean, there must be some sort of deficiency in knowledge or education that goes around that these people just lack. But to dumb it down, people are just stupid, and it bothers me, to say the least. I mean, it bothers anyone really who doesn't really notice it, but I notice it. It bothers me. I know I'm digressing so much, but I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point. Pretty much, what's going on is that I don't want to go to school. Not because I'm a slacker, not because I've taken like 3 years off, and I'm just like, I'm done, I don't want to go. There's a specific reason. And that reason could simply be explained by simply saying, because it's so simple, school isn't for everyone. It's not for you, it's not for me, but it could be for you and it could be for me. Get what I'm saying? I know it's not for me. At least the one I'm attending. Why? Because it has nothing to offer for me. None of the programs in any way are useful to me, I guess. I mean, they're there, and at the same time, they're not. Uh, hey, my first or was it my second? I don't know. That being said, school, bad, I guess. I'm doing this thing with my arms, my hands. Ugh, God. But I don't wanna be there. I feel like it's pointless. I feel like it's a waste of money. I feel like it's just a waste of time, my time. Granted, what I could do if I stuck through it and continued, I could just stick out a year, maybe a year and a half, and then transfer schools, thus doing what I actually want to do. But then that kind of backtracks and goes back to something that I don't know what I want to do. Here's the part that I guess kind of makes me mad, but not really, just kind of drives on my frustration level, and it's that school is, and at the same time isn't, what it used to be back who knows when. Back in the older generations used to, like, go to school and study and stuff. Nowadays, it's more, you don't need just one degree, and you don't need just a bachelor's in, like, English. You need roughly 2 master's degrees at the least in order to guarantee yourself a nice, solid job, and even that's kind of a gamble. I know a lot of you might disagree with me. I wouldn't be surprised, because everyone's got their own thing to say, everyone has their own story to tell. This is just roughly based off of my experience, that I've come across so many kids and adults, people who are like 29, 30, just finishing college just because they're going for their second round, getting their PhDs and masters again. Not because they needed it, per se, but because the jobs that they were looking for, they didn't have any availability, so they went for a different kind of major, whatever. I don't really know the specifics, but I just know that they have to do that quite a lot, and they're not the only people that I've met that have done that. Sorry. So, yeah, it's just, oh, God, a lot of frustration, a lot of face palming and head rubbing and all that stupid stuff. But most of the classes that I'm taking now, unfortunately, tend to lie in the category of, I think most of you might call it unnecessary, but it's a prerequisite, meaning it is necessary, according to the school. And I think today there was this computer literacy class that I was taking. This is just a small story. I know it's 7 minutes long. Bear with me. If you're still listening, then geez, I don't know. I don't know why you're still listening, but if you're not, then I'm just talking to myself. Computer literacy class. Pretty much teaching you how to use a computer. Now, I'm fairly knowledgeable within the basis of computers. I know computers fairly well. I've been meddling and fiddling with them since I was like, I want to say 9. So I know computers fairly well, inside and out, hardware, software, blah, blah, blah. Now, we're learning how to use computers, and unfortunately, I checked with some other people who used to be in that class, or, were like in the same position I was, and it's a prerequisite, meaning I can't switch out of it. I can't just drop it and then pick something else up. Although I don't know why I can't. Whatever. So there's this thing that we have to buy. It's not a book. It's like a registration code that costs $90, but they only sell it at their store with the book, which is a total of $147. I don't know, never paid for registration, like online registration, ever in my life. So this is kind of weird. So I went on and I ended up buying it. I ended up going to the store and I found it eventually, but then the line was just incredibly long. And I went to the class, this is just a little bit before, I went to the class and I told the teacher I didn't have the book, and she's like, well, you can't participate since everything takes place in the program that you pretty much get. And I'm just like, oh, okay. So she's like, alright, well, if you don't want to do anything, I mean, if you want to sit in here and do nothing, then I wouldn't recommend it, just go home. But I would highly recommend you go to get the book. So I go and get the book. And that comes back to me, shut up. Sorry. That was disturbing. Go back and get the book. And I'm waiting in line, and eventually the line is just so time-consuming that by the time I actually pay to get the book, I pretty much wasted all my time. The class was over. Not to mention, money-wise, I'm still waiting on my return. I returned something a while ago, so I should be getting money back eventually, I hope. But I was pretty low in my funds on my bank account card. So I had to use my tip money from Starbucks to contribute to this purchase. And now I have $11 to my name until further notice, until my return gets accepted and my paycheck comes in on Friday. I'm not entirely broke, but the fact that I had to go through this crap, I just ended up thinking, like, why the hell am I doing this? Why am I, like, I don't even want to do this. This is so unnecessary. Yet I am, because I have to, and stuff. And I mean, that that's just a small part of it. That eventually ties into like 50 other things that I don't want to do. And now it comes back to the meaning of everything and why I need to do anything. And I just realized that I lack motivation and drive to do most things that people could see remedial and or common, such as waking up and doing something in the morning. I unfortunately fall under that category. So yeah, 10 minutes and 47 seconds. I'm so sorry. But to end on some note, I'm going to vent my frustration somehow, whether it's by drawing things or however else anyone vents their frustration. I also apologize if this video was laggy or glitchy in any way, because I'm pretty sure it was. Okay. And I believe today's Tuesday. My phone's gonna go off again. There it goes. So tomorrow I have that math class that's oh so fun. If you guys want to see a short little comic about that, I actually haven't posted it yet. We'll post it in a few seconds actually. Just small 2 little things on how that math class went. And I'm sure if anyone's been in that situation, they could relate quite well. Want to check that out? It's gplus.to/ltrademark is the link to that thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I don't know. I'll try to post from something less laggy next time, because this is kind of annoying. But at the same time, it's much clearer to see. Bye.